He was simply buying his grandchildren Happy Meals at McDonald's when this grandfather out of Texas was tragically killed. He then made the sign of a cross on his chest before he took his last breath. This story is tragic and heartbreaking. 61-year-old George Arbazia was reportedly caught in the crossfire of a gang-related shooting, and he was shot 5 times at the McDonald's before he collapsed to the floor. And again, that was while he was ordering Happy Meals for his precious family. This was in Harris County, Texas, and the local sheriff's office said they were devastated to find out what George did in his final moments. The sheriff reportedly said that what struck a nerve for their department was the fact that his last gesture as he took his last breath was that of making the sign of the cross of Jesus Christ and praying. George's wife, Teresa, pictured here as well, reportedly spoke with George on the phone as the shooting began. She was not able to go inside to be with him, though, because it was said she was forced to stay in the car to watch her grandchildren who were so excited for their Happy Meals. She said that George, her husband, called her on the phone and said, "I'm dying, I'm going to die." She said she saw a man with a gun walk into that McDonald's and several people running out shortly after. She said she absolutely could not go inside and leave the kids alone, but that they were scared and they were crying, and I can't imagine. Reportedly, the shooting took place just after 5 p.m. on March 16th. This was at a McDonald's in Katy, Texas. The altercation was said to have started between 2 groups of men, and it went from shouting to shooting. Several kids reportedly witnessed this, but luckily they were not harmed or shot. George was said to be the only fatality involved in the shooting, but he was innocent and in no way involved in that altercation. Reportedly, another man who was 25 years old was also shot, but he is luckily expected to recover, and it's not known whether or not he was involved in that altercation or not. It was said that when emergency services got to the scene, George was then transported to the hospital by flight, but unfortunately, he eventually passed away. Violent crimes detectives quickly said that the case was a homicide, and they reportedly identified the suspect's vehicle through surveillance footage. Then on this past Thursday morning, authorities arrested 24-year-old Antoine Ridge on murder charges, and he was booked into the county jail on $1 million bond. It was said he actually already had a warrant out for his arrest for aggravated assault against a family member. He was also reportedly facing reckless driving charges. He had been arrested in the past for burglary, 2 assault charges resulting in bodily injury, and fraud. He definitely had a rap sheet. He reportedly waived his right to appear in court for a bond hearing last week, but his next court date is reportedly set for this Monday. George's family has since set up a GoFundMe if you're interested in donating. That's to help his wife, Teresa. It was said George was an amazing dad and grandfather who was crazy about his grandchildren. He and his wife had been married for 39 years before he was tragically taken. This is so senseless and heartbreaking, and I hope that suspect, who is pictured here on the bottom right, never sees the light of day again. He doesn't deserve any more chances whatsoever. My thoughts and prayers are with all of George's loved ones, and I pray that justice is served 100% in this case. For more true crime, make sure to follow and subscribe if you're on YouTube.